xiangsheng is not only a comedy, it's not only a art, it's also a play of the language. It is a method to express the charm of Chinese, the language, and the underlying culture. Xiangsheng is kind of different from talk shows or stand-up comedies or drama plays. It very emphasizes the skill and the wording skills to give the show to entertain the audience. So from the original classic parts, we can perform the joke in, let's say, with the same wording, same rhythm from 100 years ago, but still we can entertain the audience because that's like highly skilled. But also from the other part, the original part, the audience always expects to see something new, something related to their daily life. You know, when I first got in America, I think the culture shock was, you know, one of the topics that everyone has to face. I remember that was in the airplane in Detroit, and I wanted to have a lunch. That's the first meal ever in America. I went to McDonald's. Of course, that's the only restaurant I know. I tried to order something, but the thing I can order or I recognize is the Big Mac, nothing else, and cola. I didn't even know how to say French fries. So we put that joke in our performings, and recently we wrote up a few jokes about that. McDonald's, Subways, you know, Starbucks, in many different in creative ways. Yeah, and many of those actually happened in our lives. New York is the city that inspires me for the creation. I watch the people, I talk to my friends, and gather the material from them to write up the new pieces of work. You know, that topics can cover a lot of stuff, like their daily life, work, relationships, parents, their food, job hunting, apartment hunting, all the topics, all the materials in New York, happening in New York that can be written into xiangsheng. One of the barriers to perform a xiangsheng show in New York is a mixture of cultures. So our audience mostly are Chinese background, but they also come from different regions in China, so they have different background underlying culture. They may or may not understand the language, but also the underlying cultures are different. So that's one of the major barriers. To solve that, we have to tailor the jokes, of course. Sometimes we have to be very careful about the wording or the skills that we perform. Sometimes we have to change the rhythm. You know, many skillful things that we can alter, but also the content as well. So even though for the classic one, it works. The first time I gave the show, like the theater show in New York, that was the first time I tried to organize a xiangsheng show, more than 200 people, 200 audience. I actually didn't expect that people will be so excited about this. And we gave the show both classic ways and the original works that we made. And the crowd was like super excited. They laughed all the time. They laughed till they got tired. And after the show, there was not only one, a few people talked to me, like they were like moved. They were like saying, "Oh, it's been so many years, you know, haven't heard anyone to tell xiangsheng jokes, and you're doing this in a professional way and to hear a Chinese voice in American, in New York, that really moved them to tears. I mean, I was telling the jokes, but they moved to tears. I feel touched about that.
今天是新年晚会，在这儿呢，先祝各位来宾在新的一年里。
So the next move of our club is we're trying to do something new, something creative. We have tried to do the theater shows, club shows, and the next time we want to do something called a xiangsheng play. That was originally an idea of a very famous drama director, Lai Shengchuan. He has tried this idea many years ago, but it's not ever got very popular. So xiangsheng play is like a drama play with a theme, but also it contains of different pieces of xiangsheng works. So we wanna perform a theme, the xiangsheng play named One Night in New York. It's our original works, put them together, but telling one of the themes that how people are locate yourself in New York.